Welcome friends to my Python classes. In this video we are going to discuss another way of nested if-else. This problem which is being taken is very special because it is going to highlight one very important concept where whenever we are making a ladder of if-else, there we branch the condition which are interrelated to each other. So to understand this video, actually you need to see all previous videos put on the same topic in the channel. So please visit those videos, please watch those videos, understand those videos, and then come to this video. Then you will be able to understand. So the question says that write a program to accept average marks scored by a student and display the division or the grade of the marks. Now the program should display a message invalid marks when input is not lying within the range 0 to 100. Now for determining the grade, here there is a table given where in this column you can see the marks ranges are given. If it is 100 to 60, that means starting from 60 up to 100, the division is first division. 45 to 59, it is second division. 33 to 44, it is third division, and below 33 it is the failed division. Now looking at this table, one can easily make out that what has to be done. Now I am showing you what in the first view we figure out. Now if you see, 60 to 100 is written somewhat like this. What we have written here, it is m less than equals to 100 and m is greater than equals to 60. That means any marks which is less than or equals to 100, same time it is greater than or equals to 60, it is going to fall under this range. And if this satisfies, in that case it is going to display division 1. Otherwise, if the marks is less than 60 and marks is greater than equals to 45, that means if this bracket of condition satisfies, this talks about the second division. It is going to show second division. Now similarly, the range 33 to 44 has been written like this, where we have put marks is less than 45. So 44 is less than 45 and m is greater than equals to 33. That means marks is starting from 33. So if this satisfies, then in that case we need to show third division. Now in this case, if this also does not satisfy, then definitely in that case it is going to be the fail which needs to be printed by the program. But now one very vital thing we need to understand. See, if this condition satisfies, then only it is executing display div1. Is it clear? Whereas if this does not satisfy, that proves that marks is not greater than equals to 60. Now if marks is not greater than equals to 60, do you think we need to check this part of the condition? No. Because if marks is not greater than or equals to 60, that means it is definitely less than 60. So we don't need to check this part. So we can move it out. So I am removing it out here. Now the condition this time is going to be read as if marks is greater than equals to 45. Now in a similar fashion, if this also does not satisfy, that means if marks is not greater than or equals to 45, then we are confirmed that marks is less than 45. So again in a similar fashion, this part also needs no mention in the program. So I'll simply write like this. So whenever the ranges are to be expressed in terms of conditions, we actually need to figure out that where otherwise is stated, it is inclusive of the previous condition. Inclusive of the previous condition means if the condition above is not satisfying, then this otherwise gets executed. So otherwise itself ensures that the condition which is written above has not satisfied. So the anti condition, like in this case m is greater than equals to 60, so the anti condition will be m is less than 60. This confirms that must be satisfying, so we don't need to mention it in our program. So a very similar effect we can see in the flowchart I have taken. Now in the flowchart, what we have seen is we have accepted the marks, and right here we have checked a condition, and the condition says that if the marks is less than 0 or marks is greater than 100, then in that case I am putting the range to check. If it is beyond the range, that means if the marks is less than 0, that means if the marks is negative, or if the average marks is greater than 100, which is not possible. So if these two occurrences are there, any of these two occurrences are there, then in that case we are going to straight away display that the marks is invalid. Now if this is not satisfying, in that case only we are going to write the whole block where to check which division of marks the user has input. So in this case here we have written m is greater than equals to 60, and irrespective of writing m greater than less than equals to 100. Why? Because if this is coming this side, that means definitely marks is not greater than 100, because if marks is greater than 100, then in that case so this would have satisfied. So the anti condition of this part, which is m greater than 100, is m less than equals to 100. So in a similar way, what we are going to do is we are going to consider this on top of it. So the condition goes like, if m is greater than 60, it is first division, then it terminates. If this is not satisfying, in that case it goes and checks whether it is greater than equals to 45 or not. If it is yes, it is going to display division 2 and it is going to terminate. Now if this is not satisfying, in that case what will happen? In that case it is going to check for the next condition, which is m is greater than equals to 33, and there it is showing third division. And if that also is not satisfying, so what is the anti condition of it? If this does not satisfy, that means marks is less than 33, so it is to be displayed as failed. So in this case we actually need to understand that when if and else if are mentioned, there if and else has got a very clear relationship. The condition specified in if automatically confirms if it is not satisfying as an anti condition. Anti condition means the condition which opposes the previous condition. Say if someone writes a is less than equals to b. Now this is kind of an inequation, or we can consider it as a equation also, because this equality sign is also there. So let it be a statement. Now this can be either true or it can be false. Now if it is false, just try to understand this thing. If it is false, that means what? A is neither less nor equal to b. So in that case definitely A is greater than B. So we can say that these two conditions are anti-conditions to each other. Like if this is true, this will be false, and if this is false, then in that case definitely this is going to be true. So if we are finding that if condition is specifying this thing and if it is not satisfying, then automatically else is going to confirm this. So we don't need to mention it. So similar way we are not mentioning it. So now I will take you to the program where we are going to code for it. Let us, my friend, go to the Python shell and then check how the program is to be written there. So I will make the function name as get result and then I will accept m, which is going to be of integer type, no matter if you take it as float also. So this way we have taken the input. Now what we need to do is we need to proceed according to what we have done in the flowchart. So in flowchart, the first thing that we have done after accepting the value of m is we have checked whether it is lying in the range or not. If it is not lying in the range, we are showing invalid marks, and otherwise we are getting into this whole big ladder of if else. Why it is called as a ladder of if else? Because it is step by step falling down, and the ladder also falls down step by step when you are coming from top to down. Now it is simple. We are going to check whether it is beyond the range or not. So if it is beyond the range, then in that case it will be less than 0 or marks will be greater than 100. So in any way in the sense, like if it is greater than 100, then also it is beyond the range, or if it is less than 0, then also it is beyond the range. So what I will do now is I will simply write print invalid choice, invalid input. Now here what is going to happen? If this does not satisfy, then in that case I am getting in, and here I check if m is greater than equals to 60, and if it is greater than equals to 60, then what shall I print? I shall print division 1, else division 2. Now will it be else? No. Why no? Because we need to put another check whether it is greater than equals to 45 or not. So if we are putting else, that means anything less than 60 is going to be second division, but in our case that is not the matter. So what we are going to do is we are going to write elif m greater than equals to 45. Now here we'll again write elif m greater than equals to 33. Now if it is greater than equals to 33, so print div 3. Now else, here it lies in a very clear way that the student has unfortunately failed. So I'll write fail. Now that's it. We don't need to do anything else. Now have you followed the indentation? If you see, this first container is this block. If this is satisfying, we are writing invalid input and the program finishes. Now if this is not the case, then in the anti condition means if this opposes. Now if this opposes, what we are checking here, we are checking whether it is beyond the range or not. So if beyond the range opposes, if it is not beyond the range, that itself means that it is within the range. So we are coming to else and it is confirmed that it is within the range. So if it is within the range, we will have to find out the division according to the given chart. So now there we have written m is greater than equals to 60. Why m is greater than equals to 60? Why not we have included less than equals to 100? Because the anti-condition, if you are coming to else, that itself proves that m definitely is less than or equals to 100. It can never be greater than 100, because if m is greater than 100, it would have satisfied this condition and it would have executed this. It would have never come to this else block. So I don't need to check m is greater than 100 or less than 100, nothing like that. Why? I will just simply check m is greater than equals to 60 and that's it. That will be enough. Now similarly, if this does not satisfy, then only I am going to go to the elif. Now elif is going to only check m is greater than equals to 45. That way, in a similar way, m is greater than equals to 33 and else denoting that it is less than 33. So with this I will end my code. Now it has gone back to the prompt. There I am going to check whether the program is going to give me the correct result or not. Now let me try something which is beyond the range. So I have put -12. It is invalid. Now I am going to put something again beyond the range. Invalid. Now I'll check something which is going to be within the range. So if it is within the range, let us see what happens if I put 23. It is showing me fail. It should actually show me fail. So that's what it is doing as expected. Now I'll go to check some other value. Let it be 33 this time. 33 is passed. It is division 3. Now I'll check 45, second division, and then I'll check 98, first division. So this is how we have confirmed that our program is running. So I would like you all to try this program definitely and find out similar programs where we are using a ladder of if-else, and then explore more and more. And while exploring, if you find any difficulty, please send it in my comments section, and then I will definitely take care of that and I will make videos on it. So hit the like button if you really like this, and subscribe the channel, because more and more such programs are going to come. You will get the notification as and when I upload any video, and you will be able to see it. Thanks for watching. Happy coding.